The biggest question that I get after I show people left, right, and mid to extract or to display only certain bits of information from columns is, okay, well, what if I have names? Not every name is the same length. How do I just pull out the first name, or how do I just pull out the last name? That can also be done with left, right, and mid, except you need an extra function in there along with it, and that's the find function. Let me show you first how find works, and then we'll incorporate that with left. All right, so for this example, what we want to do here is just pull out the last name of these two people. Now, notice something in common here between these two names. The last names and the first names are both separated by a comma, but maybe in your spreadsheet, it's not a comma, maybe it's just a space, or maybe a period, whatever it is. There's something in common here, and that is the comma. So we want to look for that comma and figure out what number character that comma is. So we are going to find, and you can see here that find returns the starting position of one text string within another text string. And it's also case sensitive, so that's important to note. All right, so we want to find. Okay, the find text, what are we looking for here? Well, I'm looking for a comma, and that is text, so again, it's inside of double quotes, comma. Within what text? I'll start with John's name here, John, which is in B2. That's it. I'll hit enter. Okay, so that comma is in the 6th space. That's going to be good to know because now we can use our left function to pull out all of the text before the comma, right? Does that make sense? Let me walk you through it, and it definitely will make some more sense. So here inside of D2, I'll type in equals left. Okay, the left of what text? Well, what's inside of B2, comma. Now it's asking for how many characters I want to pull out. Well, remember, last names are all different lengths, so I don't know an exact number of characters. So I'm going to tell Excel, well, find the comma, because remember, that's going to be the last character in the last name. Find the comma. Once you find that, subtract one character, and that's the amount of characters to pull. Okay? So comma, and then I'm going to add in my find function. Find. Find what text? We just did this, right? Find the comma. Within what text? Within inside of B2. All right, that should look very familiar because that's what's inside of my C6 right now. I'm going to close my parentheses because then I need to tell it to subtract one character from that. If I don't, it'll return the comma along with the text. All right, so now I'll close my other parentheses and hit enter. And there's his last name. All right, let me show you that again with Inez. So again, I'm going to equal left, this text here, comma. It's asking me for the number of characters. I don't know. So I'm going to tell it to find the comma inside of Inez's name, but then subtract one character space from that. And there's her last name, Vasquez. All right, so in this example, and let me make this a little bit bigger for you. In this example, we didn't just do a left. We had to tell it to look for something that's common, because I could have also copied this formula down, but look for something that's common between everything in that column, which in this case is the comma. Look for it in that cell, but then subtract 1. All right, let me show you what happens real quick if I don't subtract 1. See, it adds the comma there after John's name. So this is a huge question. I get it probably 60 to 70% of the time when I'm teaching an Excel class. I get it 100% of the time when I show people left, right, and mid.